So sometimes you get in a hurry and you rush and it ends up not being worth it at all. And that's exactly the case with my truck right here. I haven't told anybody yet, but I guess I might as well make it known now. This is a truck I just bought. Yes, it's the one that I did all the timing chains and spark plugs and all that good stuff too. So the guy traded it in, or was going to trade it in, and I offered him some money for it, and he took it. So I bought it, and he bought the 2011 F-150, the one that you saw the spark plugs on. So I bought this one, and I'm in the process of putting some new tires on it. I got some old Goodyear Wranglers here that have seen better days. They wore pretty evenly, but they're just getting way down there and starting to cup a little bit. I decided to just get a whole set of 4, so I picked up these new Goodyear Wranglers. These are the same tires that they're putting on the new Expeditions, the F-150s, Silverados, and the Rams and that. It was 580 bucks for all 4, so I wasn't gonna complain. Sure, I could have gotten a lot better tire, but I figured I'd just give these a shot. They were a good price and new tire. They seem to do okay. I've seen vehicles with 20, 30,000 miles on them, and they seem all right. Anyway, back to my point. Sometimes you rush, and it ends up not being worth it. Such was the case with this tire pressure sensor here. I am not proud of this repair. Let me say it again. I am not proud of this. But sometimes you get in a bind, and sometimes you got to do what you got to do. So, I'll be pretty tickled if this works. I don't see why it wouldn't, because the sensor itself didn't break. It was just a little bracket that holds it to the wheel that broke. And yes, those are just a bunch of little zip ties that I use to hold it in place. And it's firm. I mean, it's not going anywhere. So, I mean, we'll see. We'll drive it for several miles and see how it does, but the only reason I am doing this is because, one, I don't have a sensor. Even if I did, I don't have the tool to relearn them with me. I've got access to it, but it's just not with me. And 3, this is my own personal vehicle. Do not do this kind of stuff to customer cars if you are a technician. This is poor. And like I said, I am not proud of this, but this is my own personal vehicle. I can do whatever I want to it. If I have a problem, I know exactly where it is. I know exactly which sensor is bad, that I broke. Like I said, rushing and jammed the tie rod in there, forgot that Ford straps them to the wheel on these models, and broke the sensor right off the ring. And what are the odds that the tire iron just so happens to grab it right there? I mean, just my luck. But that's what you get when you rush. That's why haste makes waste, guys. Take your time, do the job right, research it, think through twice. Okay, when you stick that tire iron between that tire and that rim, think to yourself, all right, where is that sensor at? Most vehicles have the sensor right here on the valve stem. That's where most of them are. But on some Fords, they put them on this little strap that goes around the wheel here, and they are 180 degrees opposed from the valve stem. Think through it. Learn from my mistakes. Hopefully, maybe you'll watch this video, and then if you go to work tomorrow and you got some Fords that are getting some tires, think before you stick that tire iron in there. Don't make the same mistake I did. But if you're on your own and you got your own tire changer and balancer and everything in the shop here like I do, and a little lift, this is just my home garage, but it works perfectly. This little rack picked up this full-size truck. Pretty proud of that. I picked up a 3/4 ton Duramax with it too. But if you do your own stuff, that might work. Who knows? Anyways, proud of it? No. Will it work? Hopefully yes. We'll see.